Hey guys, Ken here for the Retro Toys Capades channel in Malaysia. This year, 2025, marks the 5th anniversary of the launch of Masters of the Universe Origins, an action figure line that sought to pay homage to Mattel's original He-Man Universe toys of the 80s and bring them back with the same design and packaging style but with updated articulation, accessories, and special action features. And as lifelong fans of the brand, we have a lot to thank and congratulate Mattel for this journey they've taken us on for the past half-decade now. Now, while the Origin series has since mostly faded from retail stores worldwide and is now strictly a limited online exclusive series through Mattel Creations, yet the production team have still managed to successfully bring back almost all of the major characters and associated products from that original 80s lineup. Now, where the playsets are concerned, it's anyone's guess though whether we'll still get an updated Fright Zone set for Hordak and his evil Horde. However, I would say that it is something that is most likely still on Mattel's radar. Now, I definitely feel that we probably will not see any more vehicle releases anytime soon, or perhaps ever, as this is one area that Origins completely failed at in terms of retail distribution, as every one of the new updated vehicle sets failed to sell at department stores and instead saw tons of unsold stocks clog up shelves for years. And that sucks, okay, because the two vehicle or motorized creature sets that I really want for my collection are updated versions of Monstroid and Spider. I mean, could these still happen? Nobody knows for sure, but Mattel does seem at least committed to producing all of the remaining action figures and variants from the original Vintage series, and it may surprise you to learn that they actually only have very few more characters to go. And you might have heard that there's a major Mattel livestream coming up called Revealed that's taking place on Thursday, March 6th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. This will be a sequel to last year's event of the same name, and it's very likely that some of these remaining characters may be announced then as part of the revelations. So who are these characters that we have yet to own in our collections? Well, that's what I'll be covering in this video, so stay tuned, stay subscribed, and let's get into it. Okay, some of the remaining figures are those which I have never owned or even seen personally, such as the evil robotic warrior, Blast-Attak. Now this one is a really nice cybernetic design and a spring-loaded action feature that allows you to blow it apart at the press of a trigger. The packaging says that it flies apart. No, that's just playing it safe, okay? He blows apart. Now, why does he do that? Okay, well, probably to take out as many of his enemies with him, kind of like a mad bomber, but they let you figure that one out yourself. Anyway, it should be no problem for Mattel to have an updated spring-loaded activation mechanism to recreate this feature for a new Origins release. Now, this is one of the figures that I'm definitely most looking forward to. Okay, then we have the Multibot. Okay, this is a more mechanized version of Modulok with the same modular ability to swap parts around and create something like 1,000 different combinations, right? Now, the thing is, the vintage Modulok has always been easy to find on the secondary market, but for Multibot, hell no, alright? But with Mattel already having done Modulok for Origins a few months ago, we can definitely expect them to be planning for Multibot at some point. And check this out, when we do finally get the two of them together, we get to create an all-new official creature mode, the Mega Beast. Right, again, I've never seen this thing in person, so I'm waiting to finally be able to scope it out. Okay, aside from Multibot and also from the evil Horde, we've got Dragstor. Now, Dragstor is a figure that I used to have, but I never had the ripcord that went with him. Okay, this is one of those transforming kind of action figures where basically you just lay the figure down flat, you pull on this ripcord, and he just races away. Kind of like the same technology that MOTU used for the Road Ripper, except that this time around, it was on an action figure and not a vehicle. But when you think about it, perhaps something like a ripcord pull action feature is a bit dated today. I'm not really sure. I don't really see a lot of ripcord pull toys in the market these days. You guys let me know in the comments. But, perhaps if they brought this back for Origins in an updated version, they could make Dragstor come with something like a pull back and go action feature, like the kind that we see on toy vehicles today. What do you guys think about that? Okay, and then we get down to the last of the Hordak figures. And for a while there, a couple of years ago, it seems like Mattel was on a roll, putting out all of these Hordak variants within such a short span of time. After the first official Hordak figure, they put out the Buzzsaw Hordak within just a couple of months. And then after that, it was just silence, okay, for a good many number of years. And they've yet to return to give us what is possibly the best of all of the Hordak variants, the Hurricane Hordak. Now, this is the one that comes with the multiple interchangeable weapons that you can attach onto his robotic arm for this cool spinning action. But not only that, this is the only Hordak figure that comes with this super sweet looking vac metal body. Just check this thing out, alright? It's got this really nice chrome chest armor that's super shiny. Now you combine this with all of the multiple weapons that he comes with, and what you have here is quite possibly the ultimate Hordak action figure. Now it's no problem for Mattel to put something like this together. I mean, they've done vac metal on Origins action figure bodies a couple of times now already, so it's just a question of when we're gonna get something like this. Okay, next up, we've got an outstanding Origins figure that's just about ready to go. Last year, they gave us Rotar, one of the Stone Warriors, and this figure is controversial because it was the first time ever that Mattel Creations blocked half of the earth from purchasing this thing, limiting its access to only a couple of countries around the world. Malaysia and so many countries around Asia were affected. Nobody here could purchase this thing just straight up off the website when it was launched. Thankfully for this channel, I had one unit just straight up donated by a long-time follower and friend of the channel, Curtis Knight, aka Nightwolf Pro. And I really appreciate that, brother. Now, with Rotar already created, it's a no-brainer that Mattel is going to give us his companion Stone Warrior, Stondar. Now, Stondar here is basically the same figure as Rotar. They just have slightly different paint apps, but at the end of the day, they both transform into the same looking rock. Right? So look guys, any day now, okay, we're gonna get these two older brothers together. Okay, next up, we've got what is possibly the wildest ever offering from the Vintage Masters Universe action figure line. I never even knew that these characters existed until much later into adulthood, right? But can you imagine actually seeing this when you were a kid? Okay, this is just something so totally insane. It's like a humanoid spinning top, and we've got Rotar here and his nemesis Twistoid. All right, these guys are just amazing in the sense that they are spinning gyrotops that come with some gladiator style handheld weapons, and they just basically just spin at each other straight into combat. It's just so freaking insane. It's awesome. Right? I want this because, quite possibly these are characters that you can never imagine existing within Masters Universe. It's almost as though these were made for another toy line entirely, but then maybe that thing got scrapped and Mattel just said, no, screw it. Okay, let's just put these guys in Masters. But look, if they make these guys happen for Origins, then I'm there for it. Okay, I'm fully there for it. What do you guys say? Okay guys, so that's part one of the video. Of course, we've got quite a few more figures to cover, but I'm going to save all of that for part two. In the meantime, I want to hear from you guys out there. Also in part two, I'm going to be talking about whether or not all of this stuff still matters to you guys. Okay, because definitely the signs are there that fans have pretty much grown tired of MOTU Origins, and many of them are in fact giving up the hobby. We're going to talk about that more in part two. In the meantime, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about all this. Click that like button, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Take care out there.